I'm a Chinese, so from a Chinese perspective, I think I'm qualified to report some of the conditions on what human rights in China is. From my observation and my personal experience, and my relative and friends' experience, and what I've observed, to say something about human rights issue in China. Human rights is a Western word. But in China, I do believe there are some universal values. Human rights is one of them. It indicates that every human being has the right of life, liberty, and freedom. So I think that's universal. But in China, I don't think we get the human rights. Most of the people. I'm not saying that those government officials or Communist Party members they enjoy a lot of human rights. But for ordinary people, maybe 80% to 90% of Chinese citizens, we're not enjoying that much, right? First, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is very limited in China because of the propaganda. So some informations are restricted online. If you post some posts or some videos that violates the rules, so-called rules set by the Chinese Communist Party, you will be knocked on the door, or the door will be knocked, or your post or video will be deleted. No doubt about it. And we have some certain portion of freedom of speech, but we cannot talk about it. For example, politics, Chinese leader, corruption, and some other issues publicly. And if you get the attention of the officer, if you get the attention, if they pay attention to you, you'll be in trouble, right? And the second thing I want to talk about is the right to be killed or go to hospital. Actually, people say China is a prosperous country, but I do have to admit there are a lot of wealthy people in China, but the vast majority is, I think, is pretty poor, and the welfare is very limited, I would say. So a lot of Chinese farmers, a lot of Chinese low-income workers, they cannot, if they get cancer, if they're severe injured, if they don't have enough money, the only choice for them is to wait for death. Right? That is another issue. And the third issue is oppression to the people who want to stand up for their rights, right? So actually a lot of problem in the society, like food security, like smog in the city, like Beijing or Shanghai, like environmental corruption, like environmental pollution and corruption. But if you go on the street to go, let's say, demonstration or put up a slogan and say something that against some certain bureaus or government institutions, you will be put in jail or be beaten by the police. So it's like, I think China today is like Nazi Germany in 1930s, 1940s. I think the Western world, the free world, should take on China as soon as possible to free its people. And of course, we have to, work hard on our side. But we need your help.